You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got...
Going for the big play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's on target and complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Bounced off his feet. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now on third down for this offense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense in press coverage. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Scanning the field, it's Flowers. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig city.
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, explode through, getting a long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll tell you this, somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Arkansas! That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Off play action. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Catch in the middle. It's Lindsey. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Arkansas.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Flowers. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pockets, and that ball's free behind the line. Bounced right back to them. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 31, set to kick this one away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll open the second half with a run. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Going for the big play. And the ball is picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy,
he's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Back to the ground game on the left. On the move is the 30. Got a lot of room. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the stomping has commenced. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Stevenson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Fires to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Alabama, 14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through some pressure.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different.
And it's slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put...
He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.